Hello, welcome to Gin and Juice,
Welcome.
where we talk about all things reality TV, politics, trending topics, pop culture, and everything in between. I am Melissa.
And I'm Mel.
And we have segments, but we don't always do the segments in the order of the segments, which is our business, as Miss Tabitha Brown says. So today we are going to start with our Pop the Trunk segment. And these are things that made you want to pop the trunk this week. They could be pop culture, road rage, woman at the grocery store, your child for that matter, adulting, life, anything that made you want to pop the trunk. Mel,
Yes.
what you got?
Yes, so pop the trunk. There was a literal pop the trunk moment yesterday. Greg and I went to the mall in the middle of the day because I ain't got no job. And
These are fun activities to do.
they are. So we go to the mall, and as we're coming out, there is a car coming around. It's the mall parking lot,
Okay.
right? And so pedestrians be walking in the parking lot. So this little blue car is driving. It looked like he may have been on his phone. He wasn't paying attention. He didn't run a stop sign, but he was turning, and because I think he wasn't paying attention, he almost hit a man who was walking.
Oh.
The man, I don't know his ethnicity, his heritage. He seemed Latin. I don't know, but he was rather small. Okay. And so he bangs on the car. He watch where you're going. He's banging on the car. So, and I'm pushing the stroller and I'm looking at Greg we just gonna keep on going.
Minding our business.
And so he is banging on the window. He talking all this mess. So the guy in the car, black man, rolls his window down and he I didn't have a stop sign. I didn't hit you. Relax. So guy is still being loud. When I tell you this, let's call it 6'4", 250, 300 pound black man gets out of his car, and that little man,
he didn't want no issues. He changed his whole tune.
He started walking away and then was he called him a B, but he said something oh, dumbass, like that, but was, let's give it 10 feet away, and was continuing to walk.
Close the gap.
I cracked up laughing because I was you was big and bad until somebody bigger and badder than you got out of the car. That man walked away so fast. I was oh, you don't want the problems.
No.
So anyway, we had a great laugh. But then, of course, I'm I'm looking at Greg. If they would have pulled out a gun, what would you have done?
Yeah, what did Greg say?
What? I'm going to look to you to tell me what to do. And he was we would have just sped up our pace. I was we wouldn't have got in the car because I'm thinking, let's get in the car. That would have took too long, Mel. You just got to keep going. Just keep walking. Just keep going and go fast. And I'm okay. But anyway, thankfully nothing happened. But anyway, it was real pop the trunk until the trunk got popped.
It reminds me of this story that Kev happened, but Kev was the black dude when we were in Chuck E. Cheese parking lot in Washington State. The kids were having a birthday party. We were pulling up into the Chuck E. Cheese parking lot, and this guy, Kev probably was about to hit him too, or they were fighting for a parking space. I don't remember the circumstances. Regardless, this little short white dude gets out the car. Kev gets out the car, and he's bigger than he is, taller, bigger, all the things. And the guy immediately changed his tune. But by this time, Kev is fully aware, I have the upper hand.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep going.
Yes.
They get this far from me. Kev was ready. I don't remember if you know if you remember this.
No.
Kev was ready to fight this man in the Chuck E. Cheese parking lot. Wait, when we were in the Uber? Oh my God. So we were actually, I was ready to fight him though. I wanted to fight him too though. No, we wanted to fight him.
Pop the trunk.
No, we were running. Okay, so this is the story. We were in North Carolina. We're in the car, in the Uber, going to the venue for a RHOA Comedians Tour stop. We're in the back seat. And first of all, the guy was driving kind of crazy, but actually what happens, I think someone else was driving crazier. And I said just run the light then, something along those lines. But I wasn't talking about our driver. For whatever reason, he took it personal as if I was talking about him. So that's the first thing that kind of ticked him off. We keep going, and Kev has Cheez-Its. He takes out the Cheez-Its and he's fake spilling them in this man's car. So I'm don't be spilling this stuff in this man's car. The man pulls over and wants to kick us out the car. Starts with the moment from, she talking about my drive. And I was first of all, I wasn't even talking about the drive. Then he's back here throwing Cheez-Its in the car. First of all, no, he wasn't. We get out the car and he's y'all can walk. When I tell you, I was first of all, bet you can get out the car as well. Let's just all get, mind you, we are going to a church. It's not a comedy club. We are on our way to a Real Comedians tour stop at a church. And we are fully about to fight our Uber driver.
Energy.
On the side, on the side of the road, because this man is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Then we call and complain to Uber about how bad this man is. And they side with him. Pissed.
Child.
I was completely and totally ready to pop the trunk. Like, I was so upset with this man because it went from like 0 to 100 entirely too quick, and everything was in his mind. Like we don't even get down like that.
Right.
Like we be in the Uber low key, just get us to our destination safe, and that man was on some other stuff that day. Like it was really messed up. Okay, the other thing we want to pop the trunk. Anything else you want to add?
No, that was it.
Okay, the other thing I want to pop the trunk about is this. Okay, adulting. I actually want to fight the hood, the institution of being an adult.
The hood of adulthood.
Yeah, the adulthood. I want to go there and just spray the whole hood of adulting. And this is why. The first ghetto thing about adulthood is that it's expensive. I don't know if you know this, but I saw this meme that said eggs are up 38%. Everything. No. Eggs are $8.
That's so much money.
They're so expensive. Milk is up 15.6%. Milk is also like $8 right now. Okay? Chicken is up 17.6%. And this is the killer about chicken. You can't find wings.
You can't.
What is happening in the world that you cannot find wings? And this is the thing. Who wants drums? Who wants thighs? Who wants breasts? Nobody.
Nobody wants
what
breasts.
What do we want?
Chicken and legs and thighs are good.
No.
I mean, but wings.
Want wings.
And legs and thighs. But yes.
Who wants thighs? They're dry.
No, breasts are dry. Thighs are lit.
I'm not here for it.
I just made chicken thighs. They're the best. They be juicy.
Thighs are juicy?
Yes.
No, thighs be not juicy.
Regardless, they shouldn't be this expensive, but they're good.
I don't understand. Tank, he's in the corner. That's what I'm staring at. He agrees. I don't be liking none of the other meats of the chicken. None of the other pieces. I only want thighs. I'll only use thighs when I'm making like chicken and rice.
No, you got to just make the thighs. Just
but what
bake
do you
them.
do? Oh, I'm not. This is the other thing. Let's talk about this. If you're making chicken, fry it. No, that's period. No. The whole
We're
point.
trying to live long.
Frying
amen.
was invented because someone said, you know what would be bomb with this chicken? A crispy golden brown crust.
You could put it in the bottom of the oven that black people be putting they skillets and stuff.
It don't never get that
crispy.
crispy.
If you put it in there, if you actually use that.
No,
it gets.
Flour it. Crisp it up. Give me fire.
What are you doing?
You know when the grease be popping out? The grease be popping out. Your floor be greasy.
Oh, I do not agree with you. I'm sorry.
No, this is the only way to eat chicken. I do not care. Fried thighs are good. Who is frying thighs? How long do you have to cook them?
I don't know.
Peta? Oh, Kita's mama. Mama Bev.
Yeah.
She does make great fried thighs. But they're fried. That's my whole point, is that they're fried.
Bake thighs. They're bomb.
You fry thighs, you bake thighs. Okay, I'm here for grill, though. Barbecue thighs now.
I'm coming to your house and baking thighs.
I don't like that.
I don't care.
How do you do it?
Put it in a pan. Turn the oven on 400.
No, thank you.
Season them.
Put it on 350 and drop it in some grease.
Jesus. I'm sorry.
Flour it up.
I'm making
Give me the crispiness.
No.
If you haven't made John Legend's fried chicken, you are missing out on life.
Doesn't it take 24 hours?
Absolutely.
It takes 24 hours.
Yes.
Nobody has time.
Yes, because you brine it. Okay?
Because you brine it.
That's the thing. You want to talk about some juice? This is what you do. You put it in the water, and then you add the seasoning salt, garlic salt, all these other things. I don't know what to be doing. You just put it in the pot. You wait 24 hours.
Nobody's doing that.
Yes,
I'm out.
I do.
I'm out.
I do.
I got a good 30 if I forget to.
No.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Over quarantine, I made John Legend's chicken. First of all, entirely too many times. Fire.
No.
That's a lot of
Exactly.
No. You
I
want
don't
them to
like
be
that.
bomb? Try it one time.
I don't like that.
Dedicate yourself one time.
No.
And you'll come back a change.
You come back a change.
A
Not
change.
interested. I'm out.
Yes. But who's doing it now? Nobody, because chicken is up 17.6%.
Come on, bring it back around.
Who's doing it? Nobody. You know the last time I fried chicken? Never. Because chicken is up 17.6%. Let me tell you the other thing about adulting that is ghetto. Cars.
They are.
Every light in my car is a lit.
It's a lit.
Yes.
You had gin today.
Gas. Lit up. You know why? Because I need gas. You know how much gas is? $8.
Everything.
Tires. I need air in my tires. All the lights lit up. Okay? Right now. Literally. Right now. You know why? Because putting oil, air in your tires, $8.
It is a lot of money.
I need an oil change right now. You know how expensive oil changes are? $75.
I was going to say, don't say 8 because it's more than that.
I don't understand why my life in simply existing, breathing, that's all I want to do. I just want to wake up with the activity of my limbs and air in my body. And yet it is so expensive to live.
It is.
It's so ghetto. I'm just not here for it. I don't understand it. I didn't ask for it. Putin, why are you doing this? I don't understand. I feel like we should blame him. We should definitely blame Trump. I don't know why, but he just seems like the guilty party here. Yeah. I just feel like all of this is honestly how I feel. This is the last thing I'm going to say. This is how I personally feel. Jesus, if you're coming back, hello, crack the sky, because I am tired emotionally, physically. My joints are tired. I started working out yesterday. My knees cracked.
Yesterday was the first day?
Yes, yesterday was the first day. He had us doing lunges. I bent down with the 5-pound weight. I didn't think I was going to get back up because my knees started cracking. And I said, this can't be what God wants for my life. It just simply cannot be. So I am saying, sound the alarm, blow the trumpet, crack the sky. There's no need for the stress.
I know.
If we know you're just going to come back, Jesus, just do it.
All the poxes, all the diseases, everything.
And they want to rebrand monkeypox.
So,
I don't know.
Oh, because they said because it's gotten a bad rap, basically they need to come up with it.
It's a disease. Exactly. I'm so confused. You mean the branding of this was a botch? Hello. So what we want to do is rebrand.
Who is the PR person? Who did they bring in that was like, where we need to start? It's Facebook. Meta. Hey, man. Meta. Facebook's been sued. Meta hasn't.
I don't understand none of the things in this world. I'm just at a point where I'm tired. That's all I wanted to say.
Have you been to the doctor? Because I sent you one.
So I made an appointment.
You
because,
did?
yes, with the doctor you sent me.
Okay.
No, another adulting thing that's ghetto.
Man.
You know when she's available? November.
Well, had you done this 2 months ago?
Talking about this, and I was talking to a black guy. He was really, really sweet. He said, so I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is the light at the end of the tunnel says she'll have availability in fourth quarter.
Said, why did he say that?
Sir, it's August.
Why did he say that?
Because I said, I would like her first available. These are the days I prefer. So I have some good news. Not going to get you on the days you suggested. But what I can do is get you in November. What you think about that? It's like, sure, I'll take it. I'll take that. That's fine.
Sent you multiple doctors. Did you
but
call
I think
any
the
of
one.
them? Any other ones?
So the other doctor, she does pediatrics, and I needed to do an appointment for Joe, and so I was So I was like, okay, we can do. I started with her actually. I said, so we can do this doctor because she does pediatrics. I would like to get my son in. He needs to get a physical for sports, whatever. And my sister was saying she does adults as well, so we can do both. We set the appointment for Joe. Then he's like, actually, it looks like she's not taking adults. She's only taking through age 18. And I was like, well.
Actually, I found that out too after I sent it to you. I called and they were like, she don't do adults.
She don't do adults.
Oh, okay.
I said, all of this is ghetto.
Amen.
I'm tired of it. This is my rant. I don't know if this was a pop the trunk or a rant. I don't know.
It was life. Life be lifing.
This is how I be feeling. I've been quite literally thinking about, because I have some of the most, like, I know I post my stories on Facebook and like I repost them on Instagram when I have like funny moments. And I think I want someone to animate the way that I see things and then just have me kind of like voice them over, because I promise you the way that I can interpret a story, sometimes I really like, I think it's funny and that's how it comes across. And I think if someone animated like how I see things, I think it would be quite hysterical.
That's
so
hilarious.
that's kind of something I've been thinking about. We'll see if it happens. I don't really know. Okay, we're done with that segment. Next one. I don't know where we're going. Oh, Black Twitter trends? Because you have something and I don't know.
Okay, so listen, this is a Black Twitter trend, but like a did you know? There was a while ago, somebody put on Twitter like, actually, I think it was a music fact. People were like, what's a random Black music fact or something that you don't know? Anyway, this is one that I had no idea about. You know, Immature.
Yes.
That used to have Marcus Houston.
Yep.
And there used to have the dude that had a patch over his eye.
Yes.
Did you know the reason he has a patch over his eye is because of Brandy, the singer?
Brandy Norwood?
Yes.
What did she do?
So listen, one
First of
time.
all, what are the stories with Brandy? Oh, no, that was Monica. Did Brandy hit Monica or Monica hit Brandy?
Girl, Gangsta Boo Monica.
That's what I thought. Okay, disregard. Okay,
Brandy,
very good.
hit
I thought,
Monica
okay,
now.
keep going.
What happened was they was all together, Immature and Brandy.
Like on tour?
No, in some room, I don't know. And they were having I think she was going back and forth with somebody. He said the name. I don't know the name, but she was going back and forth with somebody.
Like an argument?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so she turns around not thinking and has a book, and she throws the book behind her, I think in response to whatever the dude, not thinking it was going to hit anybody, and it hit him in his eye.
Shut up.
And cut his retina. And then his eye lens fell out in somebody's hand. Girl.
So his eye is really missing out of his eye.
He went blind in his eye.
Did he sue her?
No. Did he sue? No. What happened is after that happened, I guess Marcus Houston comes into the room and he like, what happened? And they were not trying to get Brandy in trouble. So they like, oh, it's okay. Nothing happened.
And his whole eye is missing?
And so then Marcus Houston, I guess, sees the eye. He goes to get Chris Stokes, but we shouldn't say his name because all his
be
allegations
messing with the
be
little
bad.
boys.
Yeah. But he comes in, he was the manager for everybody.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
comes
yeah.
into the room and I guess sees his eye, takes him to the hospital. This man is blind in his eye.
Permanently forever. Still today because
Forever.
Brandy threw a book.
Isn't that crazy? I never knew that, but it's the truth. The reason that it's confirmed now, he did an interview, and I think it was like with Nick Cannon, and Nick Cannon was like, there was rumors that Brandy did that. He was like, no, that's true. That's what happened. And then he told the story.
I did not know this.
I didn't either. So anyway, there's your Black Twitter fact.
I don't know that I could take accident. This is actually part of the reason I don't like motorcyclists.
Oh.
It's selfish. I will admit that it's selfish because I feel like if I hit you with my car, you more likely than not will be seriously injured or death.
Yeah.
And now I have to live with the guilt because you were on a motorcycle. Yes, exactly. Doing all you be swerving in. Oh, I can't stand it. They are. I agree. I don't like it. I fuss at motorcyclists every single. Don't get next to me. Why are you zigzagging? Don't be zigzag. Matter of fact, get over here. Why aren't you in the bicycle lane? You need to be in the pedestrian lane. No, get your behind.
Motors.
Yes, but no covering. Come on, somebody. That's a word. Where is your covering?
Where is your covering?
Where is your covering?
I don't know what you want.
You were just out here living life uncovered. You need Jesus. You need salvation.
And a helmet.
You need to find a church home.
And a helmet.
Just out here uncovered. And then when I hit you, you want to die. No, get up.
Jeez, get up. Lazarus. Get up.
I can't stand it. I literally cannot stand motors. I think it's so dangerous.
It is. It stresses me out.
Oh,
I be going way to the other side because I'm like, let me give you all the space so you can safely get past me.
Yes.
Because it just makes me nervous.
Oh, I can't stand.
Yeah.
You know what else I can't stand?
What, girl?
It's just a rant today. It's just a rant. School is back in.
Yes.
You know what that means?
What?
I have to pick up my kids You know where they go to school? Middle school and high school. Those little kids think they're grown.
Yeah.
So they be lollygagging, dancing, horse playing, all these things in the middle of the street. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. You need to be paying attention. You know why? Because I am in the car. You also are out here uncovered. Why would you not be mindful of the danger that surrounds you? You're just out here living life. No.
I know. It's that stressful.
Oh, I hate. I cannot stand dropping the kids off and picking them up. It is the most stressful 30 minutes of life because kids don't, you know, when they're young, this is the thing. When they're McKinley's age, kids be like, I'm going to stop. My teacher said I need to look left.
I need to look right. Both ways.
And then I need to look again. Yes. Can you grab my hand? Let's cross the street safely.
That is their energy.
Teenagers? Oh, they want to sea-walk, dance, push, shove, run back, do the running man forward, moonwalk backwards. I can't stand
like
it.
Somebody's mama.
I can't stand it.
Okay.
I'm hot.
I'm sure.
Hey, all y'all. That's what I'm here to tell y'all. I'm frustrated. I had therapy yesterday. Also, don't do therapy.
What?
Don't do therapy.
What?
No. Don't do it. You should do it, but don't do it, okay?
Therapy's great.
No. I'm going to tell you why. Let me tell you. This is the other thing I want to pop the trunk about. Therapy. So my therapist is not black.
Oh.
Which I actually recommend because she literally be confused about stuff and it helps me recognize how unfair things are because you just live with a certain truth.
Yeah.
So we're talking and I was telling her that I often feel the need to justify my nose.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And so with like production or people I'm working with, whatever. And she was like, why? And I was like, because Black women get a reputation for being difficult. Mm-hmm. So I feel like if I tell production no, I need to give them a reason so I don't get the label of difficult. And she was like, but that's not being difficult. Okay, so now I don't know where to go from here. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go because you're right.
Yeah.
Simply saying no doesn't make you difficult. Mm-hmm. But for me, it is. Yeah. And so I'm calling everyone, trying to explain to them, I'm not just saying no because I want to say no. I'm not just saying no because I want to be difficult. I'm saying no because I have this and this. And so I'm only available at this time. And I'm really pushing it, but I'm going to make it work because I understand how important, like I'm doing all of this. And she's like, I'm confused why you think that's necessary. And I stood there and was like, huh.
You should have hung up on her.
It was Zoom, and I definitely should have had
and I lost my
internet
connection.
issues. I literally could not fathom. I couldn't process that. Being able to simply say no. And then I'm turning to Kev, and I'm like, sometimes I feel like I need Kev because he's like the muscle behind. You know, he can say no. Nobody questions him. He just says no, and people figure it out. And I feel like, well, let me tell you, da-da-da. She was like, well, why does he have to get involved? I'm not all the way. And I'm like, girl, you don't understand because Black women, she said, I'm really, really sorry that you've internalized this stereotype.
Oh, wow.
And I just stood there. I sat and I was like, well, now I want to cry because I don't know. Where do we go from this moment? Mm-hmm. Is the therapy over? I don't understand where to go. It is literally like, I know why we often do Black women or, you want a Black therapist because of that relatability. But I promise for some things, not all things, because some things I'd be like, I wish you understood, but you don't understand. Yeah. But sometimes someone that gets it. Yeah. And sometimes when she doesn't, it makes me question the reality that I'm processing that's really not reality. Yeah. And I shouldn't say enjoy because I really don't because I'd be running to kick her in the face. But I do like the challenge. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it makes you think about things differently because I'm literally no, because, I'm going to be viewed as difficult. Another Black woman is like, oh, no, I get that. No, I do the exact same thing. I totally get it. And she's like, I'm so confused why just simply saying no makes you difficult. So again,
it's like fresh eyes. It's fresh perspective that you never I never even considered anything other than the way that I've experienced this. But You're right. You may have a point. Yeah, that's great.
That's exactly right. It's literally a fresh. She's like literally to the point where English is her second language. Like she is not like I'm sure she is Asian American, but she English was second. English was her second language. So even sometimes when she's talking, she's like, how do you say? And like literally trying to find like the English, literally. But I love her to death. We use it for our marriage stuff, but oftentimes it bleeds over to like personal stuff as well. So anyway, that was my whole therapy. I like ended the call on total, like the last 2 weeks I've been just in total shambles with her.
Are you going to start trying to practice that?
Which one? I need to, but it does take a lot to, hello? Okay, thank you. But the thing that was the gate guard. So this is the thing. I live in a gated ghetto. Okay, this is the other thing.
Gated ghetto.
We're on the neighborhood app, which I highly recommend, but also don't get on. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
It is the best worst thing ever you can do because it's literally nothing but a bunch of Karens talking about things that Karens talk about. Sometimes it's entertaining, and sometimes I'd be like, "Oh, this is y'all reality."
Oh yeah.
This is how y'all live life. We live in like a nice area, like a high profile area. Like I saw Vivica Fox. I literally saw Vivica Fox at the grocery store. What day was it? This weekend.
It was this
like Sunday?
Yeah.
Saturday? Something like that.
Days.
So anyway, we're living in this area and the lady was literally on the app talking about the name of the city has fallen. It's nothing more than a gated ghetto. When I tell you, it was the most dramatic. And they just be like, did you see the trash man?
Yes. Yes.
They don't pick up the trash the way you tell them to. And then the Wendy's bag be flying down the street. It's ghetto. The neighborhood is going, to hell in a handbasket.
It's going down.
It'd be the most dramatic.
Somebody yesterday on that app took a picture of realtors be having their at bus stops, they'll have like a billboard kind of thing. Somebody took a picture of the billboard and was like, does anybody else find his ads to be offensive or problematic? And I was like, this man is just trying to have a business. What did he do to you? Why do you have to put on the app? She took a picture of his billboard ma'am, if you don't drive,
just keep going.
Just keep driving. That man ain't did nothing to you.
Nothing. He trying to live his life and be an entrepreneur. And these people will find a reason.
Every time.
Oh my God, it's stupid. Yes. All right, next. Yes, child, the gated ghetto.
The gated ghetto.
I didn't know that about Brandy. That's how we started off this, though, but I did not know that.
But okay, so talking about ghetto. Gated ghetto, let's parenthood ghetto.
Yes.
McKinley, my poor child, whose birthday is coming up. And I'm so excited.
How old's Kenny gonna be? 6?
So this weekend we went to a birthday party. I know my baby's gonna be
crazy.
6. It's so wild, baby on stage.
If you've been following that, Kenny was like literally
a baby, and she's about to be 6, and she's all of 6. Okay. Everything that's supposed to come with a little girl being 6 is her. So, except for this story. This weekend, we go to a birthday party, and McKinley is in the back playing with the other kids. We're in the front with the adults watching TV, watching a movie, some terrible movie that actually was Cotty, Keon's wife, the comedian. She told us to watch some movie. It was bad. We watching the movie, and all of a sudden, I hear, I'm going to shove it up your ass. And I was like, is that my child? For sure not.
Can't be.
McKinley is so sweet. Mm-hmm. She's just like a really sweet little girl and like does not want to hurt or disappoint anyone. So the fact that she's saying this, I'm like, wait, what? So I said, McKinley, come in here. So she comes in and I said, what did you say? And she's like, I said, I'm going to shove it up your ass, but I don't mean I'm really going to shove it anywhere. I just was saying that. And I was like, okay, but what did you say? I said, I'm going to shove it up your ass. But mommy, I didn't mean actually, like, I'm not going to shove it anywhere. And I was like, okay,
McKinley said, what I mean is, I meant it figuratively.
I'm not really.
Literally.
Yeah, mommy, no. And I was like, oh, so I'm processing, right? Oh, in your mind, the problem is you saying you're going to shove something somewhere and not the fact that you're saying ass, the curse word, ass. So I'm sitting there like, okay, right? She obviously doesn't recognize. Every time I ask her, what did you say? And the fact that she keeps repeating it lets me know that you don't even know that this is a bad word.
Yeah.
So once I process that, I'm like, let me not make a big deal.
Yeah.
McKinley, please don't say that again. You can go play. So she is heading back to the room. Gregory, my husband. Nah. Come back in here. Come back in here. And I'm like, oh, here we go. You know, you be trying to look like, hey, be with me on this other parents. Yes. Be with me on this husband.
Yes.
Let's vibe right now. Greg don't never be in the vibes, okay? Greg, no. Come back in here. So poor little McKinley comes inside or comes back in the room and he like, what did you say? And he said, shove it. I said, I'm going to shove up your ass. Where did you hear that from?
From you.
I don't know. I don't know. No. Where did you hear that from? And so I made it up. You ain't make that up. And I'm like, Greg, she obviously, for one, doesn't recognize that it's a bad word. So she doesn't remember where she heard it from. On top of that, I listened to a lot of Beyonce in this last album. She say a lot of reckless stuff.
Listen.
She could have got it from Beyonce. And I'm not finna ban Beyonce out of my house. So let's just tell her not to say it again and keep it moving. So McKinley's all in her feelings because she gets really sensitive. And so she's all sad. And now she doesn't want to play with anybody. She's just sitting there. And so anyway, Greg's like, don't say that again. So she leaves. And I'm like, now I'm mad at him. Why you make her she's still at this birthday party. She's all sensitive. We just need to tell her that that is a bad word. And once you tell her that, she won't say it no more. So anyway, she goes back inside. No, and he put Greg in the chat probably.
What did he say?
Probably talking ridiculous. But anyway, she goes back to the room, and later on we get in the car and we're talking about it. But Keon, silly self, okay? This happened on Saturday. It is Tuesday. Keon just been texting us and DMing us, I'm going to shove it up your ass for 4 days because my baby accidentally said, shove it up your ass. So
this is the reality of the situation. All parents have a story where their kids curse before they realize it was a curse word. Isaiah was probably Kenny's age, and he watched some Marvel movie that I can't even think of the name of it because I don't even think he's popular anymore. But he had like a red, it's not Iron Man, but he had like a red suit and dang, I can't remember.
Captain America, ain't he red?
No.
Is he Marvel?
I can't remember.
Okay.
Anyway, the dude said, God. In the movie, and Isaiah was like, he loved this movie as a kid. He's in his room playing, he drops something and immediately inflection correct, the word correct, the fact that he meant it in that moment correct. And me and Kev are like, son, we know you hear Mr. Marvel Man say this all the time, but what you have to know is you can't say that. It's not okay for you, Mr. 5-year-old. We don't even say that. So no, don't say that. But kid, they're sponges.
Yes, so they're just taking it in and repeating it. Perfectly.
And that's the other part is if you, as adults, it's hard to fathom. You know what you said.
Yeah.
How you use it perfectly. No. How did you use it perfectly and you don't know what you're saying? You do know what you're saying, you little smart. I come over here so I can smack you in the mouth.
And they just don't be knowing.
Was it Deadpool? It may have been.
It could. I feel like I've heard that story actually.
Yes.
Deadpool. Or somebody
no,
said
but actually Deadpool was out when Isaiah was older.
Oh, okay.
Marcus? What did he...
Little kids saying curse words. It's like funny, but also not funny.
Yes, because if you laugh, that's going to...
Yes, you're just encouraging it.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're like, don't say that.
Don't say that, though.
But also, I'm laughing, but don't say that.
It may have been Gerald. I don't remember. I can see it because we used to buy the toy because he was like so addicted to this. Who has the Thunderbolt?
Oh,
was it Flash? Did Flash have a movie back in the day? No, it was no, it had to have been like 20. I got married in 4. Isaiah was 2006. So probably it had to be like 2010, 2009.
I don't know. I feel like
they said they want to hear Marcus's story. Come over and hear Marcus's story, Marcus.
Yes,
Child,
come
you
on.
here now? Here, you got my mic.
Okay. Our first guest on Gin and Juice.
I'm honored.
With this story at that. Very
so
gin-ish.
this is our Angel's fault. So Marcus is probably.
Wait, is he in? You got to come in.
Oh.
I'm about to say, you may need this one.
Okay.
Or yours. Either way goes.
So yeah. God dang, y'all.
Sorry,
Y'all
we're
done
short.
forced me up in here. So Marcus was probably like 3.5, and he was carrying a carton of milk. All Angel's fault. And we were at her mom's house, and he picks up the milk and drops it on his foot and says, "Ah, shit." And we were like, what did he
Gin,
just
juice,
say?
and whiskey.
We're like, what? He's shit. I said, no. At that age, you can't correct that. Like, no, you don't say that. What? Shit? Like, you can't correct that. It's just like, all right. But yeah, it was our Angel. 3.5, 4 years old.
Hilarious.
That is hilarious. Please share your child's first cursing story.
I know,
And if your kid has called 911. Has McKinley called 911?
No.
Oh, I definitely did as a kid. Oh, is
You
that not
did.
a thing?
She better not call 911. I don't want them
Did one of your
problems.
kids call 911, Marcus? Oh, maybe it was just me. Oh, I definitely called 911. I definitely called 911 as a kid. Because when you first learn something, this is what I imagine. When you first learn something, how do I know it's true?
Except that I need to test it out.
Except that I should call. I actually remember calling,
Oh, you're terrible.
having them, hello, 911, what's your mercy, whatever they say, and being like, oh, crap, like in my mind,
It
like,
does
oh, crap,
work,
yeah, it
teacher.
works. And I hung up. I'm sure they do. But this is the thing. The cops came to my house. And when they came, they pulled me aside and they had to ask me, like, are you okay? Is somebody touching you? Like, is anything going on? Why did you call? And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, but y'all are real. You're here now. Show
Yeah.
up. My mom and dad were so
yes.
Don't you ever call the police. It ain't no emergency because they're pulling my parents to the side. You know, when the police come, so you're not intimidated by your parents, they separate you. Yeah, but low key, that's worse though.
Yes.
Because you know your mom and your dad looking at you like you.
They gonna leave eventually. And then it's just gonna be me and you.
You wait till they leave, and I'm gonna tear your narrow behind up for using the phone to call. Anyway, okay, here we go. Next one. We're running through these because we only got about 20 more minutes. But we're doing good on time.
We are.
Okay. Did we do everything, Mel? You talk about Kenny's first day of school?
It was fine. Actually, there wasn't more to that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mel Takes Hollywood?
Takes TV.
Okay.
Okay, yes. So, and y'all start thinking about y'all gin and juice questions.
Oh, good call.
That we gonna give advice that y'all want
And
our
I'll
gin
pull
and juice opinions. So Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's
Okay.
what my reality TV take. Also because there was no car chases this weekend. I looked.
I was about to ask you.
There was none. I almost pulled one of when this man, he stole a work truck. You know, on the highway when you're driving and they be having the arrows. He stole one of those and the sign was attached to the arrow sign. So he was just driving with that, right? And the police, it's like 9 officers literally like following this work truck, right? Eventually he hits a guardrail, gets out of the car, and then the K9.
Told him.
I don't even want to see his arm.
Oh my God.
That dog was on him for a long time. But he also was driving that tow truck, that work truck for a long time. So I felt like the officers were just like,
Get him.
we got time. Go ahead, K9. You do what you do.
I can't imagine when like a OJ level car chase happens.
Oh, man.
They're probably going to be sending you all the links.
Somebody sent me, actually a couple people, somebody tagged me in one. Yeah, keep them coming, okay? I am in. I am all in. I love them. That is, but there were no good ones this weekend. All of them were ending so quick. So I was sad.
Oh, what are the elements of a good car chase?
They have to last longer than 10 minutes, first of all.
Oh, that's
Some of these people, they get caught so quick or they just give up. And I ain't got time for that. Give me a good 30, 45, an hour.
Do you
and
stay
we're
the
in.
whole time?
Oh, I'm in.
Oh,
I will pause TV. I be watching TV like, hold on, pause. I got to watch this car chase. I'm all in. And once you get to understand, like, what happened before this? What are they in trouble for? Why are they following them? What city are they in? Are they close to me? I need to be in the house or can I, like, go peek outside? I feel like if they're ever, like, really close to me, I'm going to be like, hey, don't come this way, but, like,
That's why Greg be shoving you
helicopter,
back in the
I'm
car.
here. I'm gonna send y'all that link. That happened, but to pray it don't. I really don't want that.
No.
But anyway,
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
yes, child. Okay, so Marlo, you know who Marlo is? Real
I do.
Housewives of Atlanta. She is like
the
rich
older
auntie
OG, yeah.
vibes. Yeah, this is her first season, I think, of like legit having a peach. She's been on the show as like a friend for a long time, but never really got a peach.
Okay.
So she has her peach, right? She's a part of the cast. And her sister, she has a sister who has some like mental health issues. Okay. And I think her sister's incarcerated right now. The sister has 2 sons. Okay. And so because she's incarcerated, Marlo has taken on the children. Okay. And they're like, I don't know, let's give it 10 or 13. I'm probably way off, but they're not like young. They're not like 5 and 6. Mm-hmm. They're old enough to like know better a little bit, right? But they also have this trauma of their mom, right? So anyway, she has taken the kids in and they've been living with her, and she is trying to like settle into this Monty is what they call her, mom auntie. Role. Right?
Does she have other kids of her own that she's birthed?
No, she doesn't have any
so it's
kids.
just
this is her first like
go at being a mom.
At being a Monty. Okay. And she also like grew up in foster care, so I think that's also like why she is like taking these kids in. She has her own like trauma with their real mom. Mm-hmm. So she has her nephews with her, and she's been taking care of them. But they do stuff like kids do, right? They wake up late for school. They, she told one of them, like, bring your clothes down so I can wash the clothes. And she goes in the room in their closet, and they're like hidden. Like they like, instead of bringing the clothes down, they like hit the dirty clothes, which I'm like, you're going to need clean clothes eventually. But whatever. So they do stuff like that. I guess one of them also like punched a hole in the wall. I don't really know why that happened. But yes, having a peach means that you're an official cast member and not just like a friend who happens to like come on, but you're like an actual cast member. So anyway, so the boys are like doing things to her that as a first time Monty, not having kids of your own and living this like luxurious, like rich auntie life that you're not really used to. So them kids then pissed her off so bad that she calls her other sister to come get them. So the boys, she like, I need 30 days, come get these kids. So the boys are now living with her other sister who has like, I don't know, 2-bedroom apartment maybe, and she has kids of her own. I think she has a husband, so they're like in this really small space, but she's like, for my own mental health, I needed a break. I could not do this. So they are over there. She's like, Marlo has gone to see a therapist and like all this because she's really trying to like, you know, figure out what's next. How do I do this? This is really hard. But because Marlo be being messy, she then told people in the Real Housewives crew that she did this, and they then just dragged her all up and through left and right center for doing this to the kids.
Wait, what are the people saying?
Basically, like, why? How could you do this? This is like re-traumatizing them all over again. You don't get to, as a mom, a lot of them are moms. Yeah. We don't get to just drop our kids off for 30 days and be like, I need a break. You got to own that. You got to, hey, I got to go take a nap and come back tomorrow. Disagree? I was going to say, so how do you feel? Because you got kids.
I agree and disagree.
You going to drop them off at my house?
Well, this is,
no, you're not.
No, I'm not. But this is the actual difference. She's not their mom.
I know.
So it'd be one thing if she had the kids from like, you know, from baby to however old they are now. And someone said they were 13, 16. Like, kids at that age, they be coming in with attitude. Mm-hmm. They be having thoughts and opinions. Yes. They do recognize the trauma of their mama. They gonna test the boundaries and limitations of you. Yeah, yeah. And if she hasn't had kids, she's used to living a freer life.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Than these kids would bring. And while I'm not talking about from the aspect of the kids, because I do agree to the kids, that's unfair. Yeah. I do agree from the kids' perspective, that is re-traumatizing. I do agree from the kids, like I agree with all of the things you can say, like for the kids though, that I agree with. Yeah. But from her perspective, she's out here like, I really am trying to do the very best I can and take on, you know, my sister's kids. But also though, I might need a little bit of I just need a little bit of a respite, a little bit of a reprieve for 30 days to kind of regroup. Because what you don't want to do is put her in a position where she's so stressed out or so where she like lashes out and physically harm. I'm not saying she would. I don't watch the show. I'm just talking off my dome. So from that perspective, I do get it, because the reality is, how many mamas have wanted to drop. No, you cannot.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you didn't think about it. That doesn't mean you didn't want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or maybe you have a mama that's close and like, can you please take this little person for the weekend? Like, no, you don't have 30 days, but you know, to drag her for simply being human, I think number one, it is unfair. Number two, I also think that it goes into kind of like the stereotype of not the stereotype, but like the pressure that we put on women as moms, that you can handle and do it all without the need for a break.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I just think it's kind of unfair. Again, that's kids' feeling aside, because if we went from the kids' feelings, I would feel differently. I'm not even suggesting I would do it because I kind of lean into and like operate under the pressures that we put on women. That's just my own personal reality.
Yeah.
But it's also because I have children. I'm not just an auntie.
Yeah.
You know? It's like if Mel brings Kai over and she's crying, you know how easy it is to be like, and here is your baby.
Yeah.
Because she cries and I don't do that no more. I don't want to do that no more.
Yeah.
So you take her, she crying, she needs diaper change, and she stinks. So it's your turn now. Like that, it's kind of the same thing. Like, again, I just kind of feel like, like she deserves a little bit of grace and reprieve because she really is trying to do the noble and the right thing.
Yes.
And I be thinking we be unfair. Again, I don't watch the show, so I don't have a lot of context. So this is just my outside opinion looking in.
Yes. That's fair. People are calling me out, so let me go ahead and give a little more context.
Okay.
She didn't just be like, oh, y'all gotta go. She said, get the fuck out.
Did she really?
She did. Well, that's what she said she did. We didn't get to see the actual interaction, but that's what she said she did.
Girl, Marlo, I can't be on here trying to defend you and you being reckless, though.
And the other part, right, that deserves some context. Marlo been acting a fool, and she be like mean to the women. So the fact that she be acting like this and calling people out, they like, oh, you got some nerve. So you want to talk about stuff? Let's talk about how you supposed to be this great Monty, and then you didn't tell these kids to get the fuck out. So that is okay, y'all. That's the context, the additional context. I think your point still stands.
It stands. It's a little weaker though.
But I mean, at the end of the day, like moms especially do really be needing a break sometimes. And if she's getting them much older, at least when you get them when you're young, I get to like develop my love for you a little more.
And you can mold them a little bit. And still kids still be wilding out during them teenage years. You know what I mean? They still be going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. However, plus also, Marlo, it's hard to defend you because the reality is people be waiting for an opportunity to, kind of pounce on you if you being a jerk the whole time.
Well, and on the last episode, Candy is one of my favorite housewives. She's probably most people's favorite housewife. But she started coming at, Marlo started coming at Candy. Candy say, don't talk about my man, honey. Play the Nene clip. Don't talk about my man. She don't play that, obviously. And so Marlo started going in on Candy like, the way Todd, Candy's husband, used to be on the production of Real Housewives. So she was, he really just a gold digger. Your mama don't even like him. So Marlo's going in on her. And so Candy's like, you told your nephews to get that. So then it became a whole thing, which is why I was like, this is actually, I feel like you. Parents be needing a break. I low-key be needing a break. But I don't get to have one because they're my children. So they're not going nowhere. And I even when I have a break, I want my kids back.
Correct.
I want to break with my kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, that's my Mel Takes TV this week.
All right then. Okay, what are your questions? Give us
Did
a
you see
good.
any?
No, because I was too busy trying to defend this woman that needed to be defended. I be trying to offer a different perspective because sometimes I do believe we be unfair, but then if you don't have full context, then it'd be hard. So, take it for what it is. Y'all could, I don't read the comments after we post these. I just told Mel that, so blaze me. I don't care. I don't be reading the comments. I gave that up a long, long time ago. Okay, give us a question and we'll be done. Oh, they said she's always messy. Okay. Y'all have grown financially and gained social power. How do you manage friends of your past that haven't grown? Oh, wait. No, we wanted I don't know how you feel about that one.
Let me read it.
You see it from Kat?
Uh-huh.
Mel, when you coming home, I need a break.
That's from Gregory.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm not. I'm going to go get cocktails after this.
Who are you going with?
Call Dan. No, when I was lying.
Oh.
I got stuff to do anyway.
I do. But I sure would have wanted to go. If we go close, you know where we need to go to.
That place.
Yes.
I'm going. There's a sister place to that place.
Don't go to the sister place. No. Don't go to the sister place. Booty. Yes, Booty. Go.
Are you talking about the same place I'm going to? Because I don't think it's Booty because Kelly Rowland went.
I love Kelly. She was probably wrong though. She probably made a mistake.
Tiara's coming to town.
Oh, you did tell me. She needs to be on the podcast. When is she coming?
Tomorrow.
How long is she staying?
Till Friday, Saturdays, Sunday. Not long enough for the podcast. She's leaving.
What type of question? I don't know. We might not have questions.
No, there was.
We're talking about. Tell me the guy's name that I'm talking about. Yes, Anderson.
I know that's what y'all are talking about. I don't think the sister place. I think we're talking about different places.
He only has 2.
I don't know if this is his. I'm saying sister because when I went on the Instagram of the place I'm going to, they were promoting the place that you're talking about as well. So I was like, oh, they must be like related.
Yeah, he owns both of them.
Is it a sushi place?
Yes. And it's not good. No, that's what I'm saying.
All the people are going to the restaurant.
No, they are. I'm trying to tell you they are wrong. Yeah, literally.
Okay, let's answer this question and then let's go. What's
hold
a
on,
reasonable?
Hold on, this is Mel. This is Nick. Nick, you're on the podcast. Say hi to the people.
Say hi to our other sister.
Hi, people.
Okay, they always say we don't talk to you, but I literally talk to Monique like every single day.
Talk to me right before we got dressed to go to the party.
Yes, Monique. This is the thing. This is what sisters do. Okay, this is what sisters do. Monique will call me at 6:30 in the morning.
She called me too.
Because it's 9:30 her time, and she's been up with little kids.
Amen.
So she's yelling at them in the background, time to take a nap, eat breakfast, whatever she's supposed to do, and I'm in the bed like, hey, hi, yeah. Hilarious. But I know you called Mel, but let's call you back because we about done.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Okay. I liked. Oh wait, where did it go?
Which one?
There was. What's a reasonable amount of time to wait before making a relationship physical? I don't know if there's a gin and juice to there, but also, is it ever okay for a friend to date one of your exes, even if you're over them?
We might have the same answer.
Oh, let's try it.
Okay. So the question from Alana?
Or Alanya, because the Y is on the other side of the end.
Okay.
Maybe.
To Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it ever okay for a friend to date one of your exes, even if you are over them? That's my answer. No. Yes, Joshua is singing if you cannot hear him. My answer to that is always and forever. The answer is no. I don't care if I'm over him. I don't care if it was when we were in high school. My answer is just no. I don't call it insecurity, call it jealousy, call it unnecessary because you're married and you've been married and you have kids. And what difference does it make? My answer is still no.
+1. They're actually, I completely agree. Actually, when I went to Spelman, it was probably my sophomore year, maybe, in college. And a guy that my friend used to date in high school, I don't know why we started talking again, but just friendly talking. And then one day he randomly was like, I really feel like we should like date and like really kind of be together. And I was like, oh, but you dated my friend. His mama got on the phone. And she was like, girl, that was so long ago. That don't matter. You need to give my son a chance. Like, I don't even understand what's the problem. And I was like, oh, girl, you and your husband, you and your son can lose my phone number.
Yeah, no.
We will never violate that rule ever.
No. And
this is how I feel, right? I don't have no exes. If you dated me, you didn't. Until one of my friends tried to talk to you and then it's a problem. No, absolutely we dated and you don't like that person ever. But after that, we also never dated.
Mel is so bad to the point where one of her non-existent ex's wife tried to friend me on Facebook. And I actually didn't really see a problem with it. And Mel was like, why would you? And I was like, well, I just would not respond then.
Why would you?
I just won't.
No, you should have. No. Respond back, no.
I mean, I declined it, but I was like, okay, then that's fine with me. Like, this is my thing. This is the reality of my situation. Yeah, you don't care about Joshua. Greg, God dog it. Tank said he don't care about exes. Neither do I, actually.
Oh, no, honey. Absolutely not.
Tank said he doesn't care. The reality is I don't either. Actually, that is the reality. I actually don't care about you, what you're doing in your life, none of those things. But that doesn't also mean that you can now become or date my friend.
Yeah, no.
Number one, it's just awkward. It's weird. No.
Yes.
And then also, why would you? There's 3 million people in the world. Why is this the connection?
Yeah,
like,
no.
pick somebody else.
Pick somebody
Pick somebody else.
Pick someone
It's
else.
always a no for me. It's just always a no for me. I'm sorry. I just don't believe that God would have your Boaz be my ex.
Your Boaz be my ex.
I just don't.
Never.
I just feel like the God that I serve wouldn't do that to me or to you.
In my list of non-existent
Yeah,
exes.
if he was trash for me, what even makes you think he's right for you? He's
also,
trash.
was you looking at him when I was with him? Because no.
Now that's weird.
And now we're not friends.
And now I have to look at you sideways and try to figure out, like, how did this even happen? I'm so confused as to why this is even appropriate as a topic of conversation. Because if he became my ex, he also became your ex.
Oh my gosh, that same non-existent ex?
Yes.
When we were in high school,
Oh, yeah.
he tried to date a girl that I thought was my friend. She started dating him. Remember that?
No.
Yes. She started dating him.
What's her first initial?
I don't want
okay.
a letter.
Oh,
She started
one
dating
of the 26
him.
letters.
Mm-hmm. And then me and her had beef after that.
Yeah, it's weird. My answer to that is no.
That's what should have been my clue. Anyway, I should have let him go a long time ago, but that's okay because I ain't got no exes. Have you met Greg? That's my husband. I've been with him all 35 years of
And
my
that's
life.
period. And
Period.
the
And
answer
he
is-
has two. Amen. He ain't got no exes.
Greg loves a good ex story,
He ain't
child.
got none.
Greg loves a good ex story until we have to remind him that he doesn't have exes.
And I have all of his
The-
non-existent exes.
Talking to Greg is literally like walking through a field that your dog has been in. You know they've pooped, but you can't quite see the poop. So you're trying to avoid the poop, but you manage to always step in the poop. That is Conversations with Greg. For some reason, he always steps in the poop. At the beginning, you be like, Greg, don't walk through the grass, okay? Just don't. There's poop. You don't know. You can't see it. Just don't do it. Greg be like, no. What you don't understand is.
so perfect.
What you don't understand is, I know how to navigate this grass.
Yes, that is him.
You can't see the poop, but what you don't understand is that I can.
I can.
So what I'm going to do is ignore you and your warnings, the red flags, the bells, the whistle. I'm going to ignore that.
Yes.
And I'm going to make my way.
Yes.
And he'll be good for a good 3.5 steps.
And then
Immediately.
explosion.
Poop.
Full explosion. Okay, we hit our time.
All
You
right,
gotta
y'all.
go.
Thanks so much for joining us on, I don't even know what we talked about today.
A lot of things.
I feel like it was really a carryover from The Bald and the Beautiful, kind of like the randomness.
Energy.
It was energy. I think that was this episode was just a lot of energy of like randomness. But all right, y'all, until the next one. Bye.
Bye.